That's why we change up the challenges every month. We try to incorporate all the different spheres of wellness because it's not just one thing.
Welcome, everyone, to the Driving Vision podcast brought to you by the Zeigler Auto Group. And here with me, Auto Group Director of Talent Development, Mike Van Ryn. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, thanks, Sam.
Be sure to subscribe to the podcast, like it if you do, and leave a comment. Hey, everybody across the Zeigler Auto Group. It's becoming a fun tradition. So we're back with Coach to the Zag, Coach Jess. Jess, welcome.
Thanks, Sam.
And then, of course, our own Ariah Daniels, who's our health champion at large, right? Ariah, welcome.
Thanks, Sam.
So as always, we're here to celebrate the contest winners from last month's AM Wellness Health Challenge and set up our next contest. And last month's contest, Ariah, reminded me of a contest from the past where actually somebody got hurt, Ariah. So tell us, what does our last month contest remind us of?
Yeah, so last month's squat challenge took me back to the days of our lunge challenge. And I can't remember if it was October or November last year, somewhere around then. But man, it sounds like what we're about to hear in a little bit. And from what Jess told me, Coach Jess said that our two top contenders were going head to head last minute yesterday. And
it was a battle.
To see the results. Yes, it was a battle for sure.
How do we find this out? I feel like we should have a way to know this, but we don't know this. So we'll have to do some research. All right, Ariah, should we do this starting with the top winners?
Yes,
let's bring that screen
do it.
up.
So our top 10 July winners, top 10 for the squats challenge. I guess I took 10th place. So
congratulations.
Happy to be on there. And then Nathan Krosno, Troy Kennedy, Sam, looks like you beat me out. So 7th place there.
Wow.
In 6th, Monica Mackey. Jess beat us both in 5th place.
Congrats,
so
Jess.
Great job, Jess.
Thanks.
In 4th, Mark Kapraski. And then our top 3 here, Angelina Rodriguez. This was a surprise to me. So Steve Masinger from our Hoffman Estates team, he was in 1st for a while, and him and Dawn were going back and forth, and she wanted to win. So Congratulations to Don Binkowski of our Schaumburg team. I'm looking at these numbers here, and this just blows my mind. 24,307 squats Don
My
did
goodness.
in July.
So they both have incredible squatting capabilities right now. After doing 47,000 squats between the two of them, Coach Jess, strong legs, yes?
Yeah, I mean, or they're in a lot of pain right now.
Yeah.
Probably both.
Yeah.
You know, it was interesting, Ariah, when we did the lunge challenge way back when. I remember what that was like. Like when you focus on one thing over that period of time, just a month, the results you see and the development you see in that one area is incredible. And then it goes back if you don't stay up on it, right? It's interesting.
Well, like physically, and I even think like so mentally, right? Like back and forth to have the competition with someone by your side there, like just pushes you past the limits that you didn't think that you were able to accomplish, right? So I'm sure that both Don and Steve really appreciated that. If I remember correctly, Steve was also competing against you and I, Sam, for first place in that lunge challenge. So physically and mentally. Right?
Yeah.
Being able to compete that way. And
before we go into the next month's contest, I want to make just a quick little side statement. So it's interesting to me, 2,700-ish employees. I don't know the number of employees right now that are actively engaged in our monthly competitions, but as a percent of 2,700, it could be higher. And here's one thing that's fascinating to me is once you engage in these once a month and you see the benefit all the way around, because if you follow us through the course of a year, if you follow Coach Jess and you follow Ariah through the course of a year, you're going to come out a very whole individual. You don't need to do it. You don't need to just like become great at one thing in 1 month. Just do all 12 months. Why do you think some people choose not to get in when the benefits can be so big? We're stronger, we're healthier, we're better connected, we have more energy. We can deal with the stress, right? Like last month, there was some stress. There will be stress this month and next month. It's a political season. There's all sorts of crazy things going on in the world. What is the challenge to everybody saying, I want to be in?
You know, that's my everyday
is
trying to get people involved and engaged in their own health. And there are so many barriers. So we try and make things as simple as possible. and bring it to you. And that's why we change up the challenges every month. We try to incorporate all the different spheres of wellness because it's not just one thing. And Sam, you're a testament to participating in those challenges every month for, I think you said, the last 14 months, and just the health benefits that you've seen both physically and mentally is what everybody can see if they just start somewhere.
And, I think some people lie to themselves. We lie to ourselves. I did it to myself for a long time. I sat on this call and I was like, I travel too much. I work too much. I don't have enough time. Like, you can come up with a whole ton of excuses. There are great excuses, but they're all BS at the end of the day, right? Like, all you have to do is decide to commit. And then I love what they said, the 1% guy who came and spoke to us at Zeigler University. I forget his name, the speaker series.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like, just a little bit every single day over a long period of time, it somehow changes your DNA. So, Ariah, what do you have to add to that? Coach Jess, that was great feedback. I think, Ariah,
to piggyback off of that, I think we don't know what we don't know, right? And I was in the same boat as you were, Sam, like came up with every excuse in the book that there ever was. And then I saw people who were, I thought, busier than me. And I'm like, okay, well, they're fitting this into their schedule, then I certainly can. And I think until you don't understand the benefits that come out of just taking care of yourself and working out, trying to make good intentional choices about your nutrition, like all of it makes you feel better. It helps you show up better. And you don't know that until it just becomes something that you start, starting small, starting that 1%, those small changes that you can make that really take you forward and catapult you into something even greater. And you don't know until every day you're just doing it. And finally you're looking back and you realize I couldn't live without it.
But Ariah, it's easy for you because you're fit and you wake up early in the morning naturally. And like, you just easily glide into this, right?
There's always more. There's always more to be done. I think we all sell ourselves short of what we're capable of. And there's still way more of what I see in my potential down the road, physically, health and wellness wise, right? I just think that there's just so much more.
So the challenge to everybody this month, because we're about to announce this contest, right? So this is the month to get involved. First, it's fun because it's something everybody can do. It's super engaging because there'll be a team element here. But if you've ever even just been on that fringe where you're like, hey, I wonder if I could be pushed into it, get pushed into it this month, because there's always going to be a lot of stuff going on. There is this month, but this month is that month. And the only difference between the way you feel now and the way you are today and 30 days from now is just taking that first step and just going. Now we sound like PBS television or like some sort of like a fundraiser, or like we're raising money for Drive for Life or something. Jess, what do you think?
Hey, if we can sell it, we're going to sell it.
All right. There we go. All right. So what's our contest for August? It's the Olympic Challenge, Jess.
Yes. So to celebrate alongside of the Paris 2024 Olympics, we wanted to do something fun and different. So we have an upper body exercise. We have a lower body strength exercise. We have a core exercise, and we have endurance exercises. So that's your walking, running, biking, swimming, rowing, whatever it is. It all counts. So there's multiple ways for you to earn points. If one of these isn't for you, that's okay. You can pick a different one. You can do multiple. You can stick to one. You can go back and forth, whatever you'd like. Basically, the way the points will work is you get 1 point for each exercise rep. So if you do 10 push-ups, you just got 10 points. If you do 1 mile, you get 1 point. So 1 point for each endurance mile. I know, we're pushing strength.
Running a mile is equal to 1 push-up?
I know, right? We're pushing the strength portion because we want you to train like an athlete.
I like it.
This year, this month. Push you to those strength exercises. If you watch my recorded call today or this month, it's all about training like an athlete. And, even though you may not be an athlete, whatever realm of life you're in, whatever stage of life you're in right now, there's certainly aspects that can cater to you. Yeah. So yes, push-ups for your upper body exercise, lunges, don't get any PTSD with that, for the lower body started.
Yes, me too.
And Russian twists for the core exercise. So we're trying to hit that full body. And we can't wait to see. I'm going to be participating alongside of you guys too. So it's going to be great.
All right. We have to add one more thing that you get a point for. All right. So I've been talking about the benefits. You know this is coming, Ariah. I've been talking about the benefits for 2 months, and people have just been giving me a hard time of yoga, right? Yoga is awesome. It's interesting, and it's something that most people would never think to do. But as I've started to become consistent, like I've seen the benefits of it. Do we get points for a yoga class? I think one yoga class, 1 point. No?
Okay. We can add that in.
Perfect. Ariah, what do you think of that?
That's a bonus point. I will say I did yoga this morning, and in my yoga, there were lunges and push-ups. So you could get it inside the class.
Good point. Every cycle where you do down dog, up dog, whatever.
Right.
All right. That works.
Right?
That works. That's fair.
I can add that in, though.
You get multiple points. So, Ariah, how do you want to wrap us out on this?
I'm really excited for this. I think just going back to what you're talking about, being a team, right? Like Team Olympics. I think about Team Z Olympics. That's kind of what we're calling and talking about August for, and it'll be fun. Go grab a couple of people around you and go have a, Russian twist off, I guess, right? So go do what you can do to log those points. Sounds like the strategy would be to focus on some of those strength moves instead of the endurance if you're really chasing gold. And have fun doing it together.
Coach Jess, closing comments?
And just remember, too, we want to meet you where you're at. So we want to make it easy. You can do these anywhere. You don't need equipment. If you're like, oh, I can't do a push-up, do a push-up against a wall. Do a push-up on your knees. You can modify these exercises.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Go out and have fun with the Olympics this month, and we'll see you next month. Oh, sorry.
We have a quick reminder then. So if you are not registered in the AM Coached app, go download it. It is an orange and purple icon, and our invite ID is simply Zeigler. Coach Jess will send you a welcome message, and you can get in there immediately and start logging today.
Wait, and can my family members join if they want to join?
Yes, your family members can join for free.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, very cool. Thank you, Ariah. Thanks, Coach Jess. See you next month.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
A special thanks to all who contributed to this week's podcast. Until next week, how are you driving vision today?